President Trump said Iran is not winning its conflict with Israel. Last Friday, Israel launched what it called a preemptive strike on Iran's nuclear program. Iran responded with a barrage of missiles aimed at Israeli targets. The fact-check team's Janae Bowens is joining us now. So let's back up to the last Iran nuclear deal. As you know, Trump was a vocal critic of that.
Exactly, Dee Dee. So the original Iran nuclear deal was signed in 2015 under former President Barack Obama. Now, this was to prevent Iran from building a nuclear bomb. In exchange for sanctions relief, Iran agreed to limit the amount of nuclear material it could produce and store. In 2016, the agreement went into effect. All of this is according to the Council on Foreign Relations.
And President Trump didn't think it went far enough.
Exactly. So President Trump withdrew in 2018 during his first term, saying it didn't address Iran's missile program or support for terror groups. Now, he reimposed those sanctions and demanded Iran stop threats against Israel and end human rights abuses.
Janae, thank you. And with this conflict, many Americans thinking, how does this impact me? A little later, Janae will be back to discuss how this conflict could impact your wallet. Israel has expanded its attacks on Iran, striking military targets and ordering evacuations into Iran. This escalation is the deadliest between the two countries to date. The fact-check team's Janae Bowens is back to discuss. Let's start with the history, Janae, of the conflict between Iran, Israel, and the U.S.
Yeah, Dee Dee. So this conflict goes back to 1979, when Iran's Islamic Revolution overthrew the U.S.-backed Shah and established a religious regime. Now, since then, Iran has called for Israel's destruction. Israel responded with airstrikes on Iranian proxies in Syria, Lebanon, and Gaza, seeing Iran as its biggest threat. Now, the U.S. has tried to limit Iran's nuclear program, most notably through the 2015 nuclear deal. However, President Trump withdrew in 2018, saying Iran couldn't be trusted.
Back here at home, on the consumer side, the summer driving season is heating up. What does this mean for Americans and gas prices?
Yeah, gas prices could go up. That's according to analysts who say Americans may pay up to 30 cents more per gallon by July 4th. Now, Israel's largest refinery in Haifa was hit, and Iran is a top oil producer. If Iran blocks the Strait of Hormuz, a key oil passage, prices could jump even more.
All right, we know you're staying on top of it. Janae, thank you. For more on this fact-check team topic, including links to their sources, scan the QR code or visit thenationaldesk.com.